Okay, so again, we have to discuss SEO again. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. It is the process of getting free traffic from search results and search engines. So basically, as a user, when you want to search for something on the internet, you're going to be using search engines like Google, Mozilla Firefox, Safari, Bing, or Internet Explorer. Those search engines will then recommend something that isn't useful to you because it will lead to a bad user experience. SEO is the business or industry of taking of taking advantage or capitalizing on that information so that you'll be appearing on the first pages of the search or the search engine result pages. To give you a few ideas on how many numbers are being affected by SEO right now, we have 3 billion internet searches in one day. 50% of all search queries are local searches. So this is a huge advantage for the Philippines since Lazada is considered as a local venture since we are known as Lazada Philippines. 42% of the users click on the top ranking link. Only 8% click on the second ranking. So you can see here the power of positioning your web pages on the SERPs. 70% of users choose organic search results, while 62% of the users click on the first three results. So what is the difference between SEM and SEO? So what is SEM? SEM stands for Search Engine Marketing. If you think about it, SEM is advertising using the internet. So when you search for something, you're going to notice that there are some links that has a different format as compared to the ones that you usually see when you're searching for a particular topic. So that is SEM. Basically, they pay for those positions, which means that they're under a contract and the precision of their web pages are time-based. It also takes a huge impact on their budget since they have, again, to pay for that position. This is in contrast with SEO. SEO is organic results. So basically, you build your web pages over time, counting on traffic, making sure that you're offering something fresh and unique to your readers so that they'll be prioritizing it over other web pages and they'll be clicking on it, garnering more traffic and attention, bringing your ranking to a higher level or position. Okay, so SEO is free, it is organic, but it takes longer time for you to build on your web pages, while SEM is online advertising. It is based on your budget and it means that you are time constrained. However, you have to realize that if you're going to be building your online business and if you're going to be staying as an online market, SEO is free advertising and it's long term. So it has a more direct effect on your business if you're going to be capitalizing on SEO. Okay guys, so let me just pause for a minute and I want to make sure that everybody is on the same page. Do you have any questions so far? Aside from Mary Jane Emmanuel, will you send it to our email after the seminar? Okay, I'll be sending you a copy after we have recorded today's webinar. Okay, Mary Jane? Other questions aside from that? None so far? Okay. All right. So now we will be discussing the areas of SEO. Search engine optimization has three major areas. First will be on-page optimization, followed by content writing, and then finally off-page optimization. So first, on-page optimization. This is making the website SEO friendly. So basically, this is the back end or the technical side of SEO. You have to determine the right URL, the right meta tag optimization, how you'll be doing site mapping or internal linking, your header tag optimization, and alt tag optimization. Regarding this, you don't have to worry about anything because Lazada is known as an SEO website or friendly website. And right now we are the #1 online shopping website, which means that all of our filters are working, All of our URLs are good. So on-page optimization is covered. Next would be off-page optimization. This is promoting your website through article submissions or syndication, link reclamation, business profile creation, blog posts and reviews, forums, and other materials and influencers that will be able to engage your customers or target audience. This is also the reason why we strongly recommend that whenever you can, please promote Lazada as a platform. The more people know about Lazada, the more viewers we will be having, which means that you will be able to convert more products into sales. Red Paredes, what is link reclamation? This is link building. Okay, so whenever you include a link on another web page, you are actually asking for them to vouch for your web page. However, you cannot include any external links on the Lazada web page, and later on, I will be discussing why. Okay, Red? Okay, so the topic that we're going to be discussing for today and we're going to be focusing on is SEO content writing, which is producing quality content like articles, press releases, blog posts, and the product details and reviews of your items. So to wrap it all up, we have to discuss the importance of content. What are the benefits of quality content? First, users and Google robots will better understand your page or product. You have to remember that Google and other search engines are learning algorithms. Okay, they are learning artificial intelligence. They want to offer the best results to their readers so that they'll offer or give the best user experience. However, they cannot determine that on their own since they are only programs. In order to determine the best ranking pages for their websites or for their search engine result pages, they have to use demographics, traffic, and other key performance indicators, including SEO. Next, increase keyword targeting due to semantic keywords. Whenever you're writing your products or whenever you're writing about your products, you're not just going to use the keywords of those products alone. You're also going to be including other synonyms or words affiliated with that product, which means that you're also broadening your search results or search reach. Okay, later on, I will be discussing what keywords actually are, and you'll be able to understand how to build your overall content. Next, lower bounce rate or increase in user relevancy. So let's say that, let me just skip a slide. This is your website. Okay, here is your product. Okay, and I am your reader. Let's say that I managed to land on your website, but suddenly I skip your website or close it, which means that I wasn't engaged enough to stay on your website. That isn't going to help your rankings because you want to make sure that people will be visiting your website and will be engaging on your web page. Okay, that is what we call a bounce rate. If people simply skips your information, then you're not engaging them, which means that you're not offering relevant content. As an online shop, you need to make sure that you have better traffic. You need to make sure that you have better content, and you need to make sure that your people or your readers are engaged. Next is conversion booster. At the end of the day, you want to make sure that people will be able to understand the products that you're selling because people are more inclined to buy products that they can comprehend. You can do that by making sure that you're offering relevant content and by writing your long descriptions. Okay guys, so any questions so far before we move on to the common mistakes being made by sellers? Any questions? Anybody? No one? Okay, none? Okay. So next, the common mistakes that sellers do whenever they're creating their products. First, underestimating the value of your long description. Your long description is something that is unique to you. It is not involved in the SPU process or in step number two when you're creating your products, which means that other sellers won't be able to copy it. And so we really don't understand why people or sellers are not capitalizing on their long description. Your long description is another avenue for you to add additional videos, text, and images for your product. It is one of your areas or fields where you can market your items better. So we strongly recommend that whenever you can, improve your long description because it will help your products sell better. Next, utilizing outbound links in the text or images. One of the things that we strictly prohibit from Lazada is including any external links on the long description of your products. Even if they are redirecting to your own website, we are not allowing any external links. Why? It is because we want to protect Lazada's integrity in the World Wide Web. Let's say that a merchant includes an external links on his or her product. That links redirect to a porn page or a gambling site. That means that Lazada is vouching for that gambling site or porn site. We cannot have that because Lazada is purely an online shopping platform. Next, writing without following the rules of grammar. I think it goes without saying that you will be more inclined to buy a product that was professionally written. Okay, something that was clearly written with expertise and knowledge regarding the item. And in order to do that, you have to use proper grammar. Last would be plagiarism. This is the worst thing that you can do when you're writing your products. Okay, or product description. Copying another person's work on the internet is actually a crime, and you're not going to be doing any um, favor to your product if you're going to be copying another person's work. Instead of ranking you, search engines would prefer ranking the other websites in which you copied your product description from. Okay, let's say you have seller A and seller B. Seller B copied the description of seller A. What is my incentive to rank seller B when I have the original author from seller A? Okay, so I'm just going to be ranking seller A, and I'm going to be providing him with all of the benefits of that better ranking, which means that at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're setting yourself apart so that people will be following your lead. Next, okay, so let me just answer the question being raised in the chat box right now. Roland Garcia, what is the size of the image to be inserted in the product description? The ideal width is around 800. Okay, Roland. Later, I can show you how to include an image on your long description. Alfredo Sagimpa, how about plagiarism? What do you mean by plagiarism? I discussed plagiarism just a while ago. What about it? Do you have any questions regarding plagiarism, Alfredo? Red Paredes, are the tips here also applicable to search within Lazada itself? So what about the seller who copy descriptions? Oh, so you're pointing out sellers who imitate your long descriptions. Okay, is that it? Is that it? Are you pertaining to people who copy your long description? Okay, regarding that, make sure that the product description of the product that you're discussing or you're talking about isn't actually multi-sourced. Okay, because here in Lazada, we are also doing multi-sourcing in which multiple products will appear on one web page. If that other seller is simply copying your long description without being multi-source, then you can ask for us to actually take down that product, Just provide screenshots and we will be able to do that for you. We will be able to deactivate the product for you. It will be better if you can actually provide us with the drafts or maybe some indicators that this product description was from you alone. Okay, Rowanna? All right. However, make sure that the product isn't multi-sourced. One indicator that the product is multi-source is that when you click a product, you'll be able to see the products of other sellers before the long description. The reason why we are doing multi-sourcing is so that we can offer more products to our customers because we want them to have a better user experience. Because let's face it, we have thousands of products on the web page right now. Okay, so now let's go to the summary of SEO. SEO can be defined when customers see your advertisement or listing when they search. Search engine optimization is an effective tool of improving the volume and quality of traffic to your website. The process involves a combination of on-page optimization, content writing, and off-page optimization. Visibility in the search engines will drive traffic to your store that will potentially convert to sales or purchase. Okay, so next we will be discussing how you'll be able to write an SEO-friendly product content. But for now, I just want to ask some questions. Do you have any questions yourself, or do you have any suggestions, any problems so far? Anyone? Guys? Faustine Margot said that she cannot hear me from her end. Red Paredes, are the tips here also applicable to search within Lazada itself? Of course, Red. What we're discussing here is how to write SEO and premium content for Lazada. Do you have any reason to ask why the tips won't be applicable for Lazada? Any questions aside from this one from Red? Red Paredes, the search in Lazada seems to come up with too many hits. A lot seems to be irrelevant. So for example, even if our price is low and they arrange by lowest to highest, there is a whole lot of irrelevant stuff. That is where semantic keywords comes in. Okay, let's say that you search for a power bank, and then suddenly a mobile phone appeared on the web results. Okay, so that's what we were discussing when we said semantic keywords. A power bank is somewhat affiliated to a smartphone because you use power banks in order to charge smartphones and other gadgets. So you're broadening your reach, which means that you'll be able to experience a surge in traffic since more people will be able to visit your website through random searches. Let's say that the search on Lazada is very random or very broad. That is the use of filters. Okay. Also, you have to understand that aside from this is just one factor of the Lazada algorithm. Aside from this, you also have to keep in mind that your product should be of good reputation, which means that it should have good product reviews. You should have a good seller rating if you want to land on the first pages of Lazada, and your product's price should be competitive. So it's a combination of multiple factors. We are only discussing one element of the product rating or the overall product excellence. And yes, what we're discussing for today will be applicable to Lazada. Pia Ocampo, so which is the content Lazada search engine crawls and prioritizes? The product name, the keywords we put in the product description, the long description. Actually, regarding the product name and the long description, they are different areas of the product page, which means that Lazada will be prioritizing both the product name and then second will be the long description. That is the reason why we always discuss how to create your product titles before we discuss the long description. Because your product title will be the first thing that our customers will be able to see when they search for a particular product. Okay, Pia? But then again, it's a combination of multiple factors. Alfredo Sagimpa, is it plagiarism if I copy and paste the information from the source? Yes, that is downright plagiarism. You cannot do that. If I were you, I'm going to be rewriting everything, rephrasing some sentences, or maybe use synonyms of the words that I have already encountered. All right, any more questions, guys? Can we now proceed to writing the actual content? All right. So whenever you're writing about your products, you have to remember this phrase: content is king. Because at the end of the day, everything can be won and everything will be prioritized based on content. So first off, you have to know your keywords. Whenever you're writing about your products or whenever you're creating your SKUs, you have to know the keywords that will make or break your products. The sources of your keywords. First, your product name. Whenever you create your products, we strongly recommend using the Lazada naming convention. Why? It's because you're going to be indicating the brand, the model, and the type of your product. Usually, those are the three things that our customers are using in order to locate a product on our webpage. Next, the special features of the product. If you're selling something that is of limited edition, that will benefit you greatly because people are always looking for something that is unique and special whenever they purchase on our website. Makes Think of something that will set your product apart from the other products that are currently on our web pages or on our categories. Third, the specs and the functions. Your product highlights are also the main selling points of your items. If you're not sure as to what to indicate or write about on your product description, you can look at your product highlights and actually discuss what these technical specifications will be of benefit or will be of advantage to your customers. Last, this is isn't the last isn't actually a source of your keyword, but it will always help your product sell better if you have a reasonable price or discount. Okay, so what are keywords? A keyword is generally a word or a phrase that is a topic of significance. Searchers use keywords as a way to identify and verbalize their problem or topic in which they're looking for more information. As a merchant, you should research for words that can be related to the products that you're selling. You also have to put yourself in the shoes of your readers. What are the words that my customers will be using in order to locate this particular item? Okay. Aside from that, make your titles SEO friendly. It should be concise. It should include the main keywords like the brand and the product name. And you can also indicate one or two features that can be added as a tail for the title. However, as a rule of thumb, if a product title exceeds 5 words, then please consider trimming it down, okay? The ideal word count for your product title is around 5 words. Sorry. Ming Kuan Kai asks, if the image is named after the keyword, the search will be increased? Actually, no. This is what we call black hat SEO. It's a common practice for SEO practitioners before. Actually, before working as a seller trainer, I was an SEO practitioner. Okay, I was an SEO copywriter, and this is what we call as black hat SEO. It's an illegal way of building reputation on the internet by linking or by naming the product images using keywords. That's actually a service or a practice that is being banned by Google and by other search engines. So if I were you, I'm just going to name them properly. Okay? All right. So the reason why I recommended that you download a copy of this webinar is that so you can read this at your own time. Okay, this is an example of a good content. It has bulletized specs and it explains the details of each features clearly. You also have an example of a better content which focuses on upselling the product. It tackles the short benefits of the specs and it plays upon the strengths and makes use of simple sentences. So as you can see, these are the product highlights of the item. And everything was clearly explained, the benefits of each product highlights, and how it will affect the daily lives of whoever is going to buy it. So some quick tips. Include your price and discounts if available. Second, mention your consumer demographic or target audience. For starters, let's say you're selling diapers. Who buys diapers anyway? It's not the babies themselves, it's the parents. So you want to appeal to the emotions of the parents. Let's say you want to make sure that the sleep of the baby will be peaceful, so that you'll be indicating that on your long description, and it will appeal to someone that has a problem when it comes to rashes or irritating nights for babies. Okay. Third, say something about your shop, your seller background on e-commerce service to build consumer trust. Last, make the word count to a minimum of 350 words. Also, always keep in mind that online shopping online shopping is purely a visual experience. Aside from your text, people are also focusing on your images. Your images can make or break a deal. So it will be great if you can add additional videos and text for your item description. Be creative with your visuals and let your customers experience what your product is all about. You should also stay unique and informative. You can check out canva.com for easy to use templates for your visuals. Canva.com comes with multiple templates that you can drag and drop in order to design. If you're not that good with Photoshop, we strongly recommend canva.com. Additional tips, write with design and use the inverted pyramid. Next, write conversationally for your target audience. Okay, so what is the inverted pyramid and how will you be able to converse properly with your audience? Okay, think of a pyramid, only that it's upside down. So that the tip of the pyramid is by the bottom of the pyramid and the largest side is on the top. On the top of your product description, you should be able to answer or raise the question for the 5 W's. Who, what, where, when, why, and 1H, how. Okay? And as you go down your pyramid, you will be slowly answering those questions for your readers. So that's the inverted pyramid. Next, write conversationally for your target audience. Make them feel comfortable. Okay? Do not complicate stuff. Make jargons or technical words easy to understand by explaining what they really mean. And always write with a gentle and comfortable tone. Next, do not overlook basic grammar and the rules of composition. It establishes first impression and is important in building your integrity and reputation as a brand or a seller. Next, start with a strong beginning. And then use consistent metaphors and wrap up any issues, promise, or teasers that you raise in the end. You can also read this example or PDF file by Strunken White's The Element of Style. It talks about the rules of usage and principles of composition. And as a merchant, you have to realize the power of writing. Okay, writing is a powerful skill that you can use even outside of Lazada. If you're going to be selling your products, improve on your overall long description, work on them, and you'll be able to sell your products better. So for your do's, only mention your main keyword a maximum of 3 times in the whole content. And then use the synonyms of your chosen keywords repeatedly throughout the content. Keep the content factual and make sentences easy to understand, especially on electronic specs. Why do we recommend the maximum of 3 times in the whole content for your keywords? It's because we want to avoid redundancy. The more you repeat a topic, the more tiring it becomes. And so you want to make sure that the content that you're offering is fresh and unique. For your don'ts, it's actually just the opposite of your do's. Another tip that you should remember as a seller is that you should never compare your products with other brands. If you insist on doing so, then we have no choice but to reject your product or maybe ask you to remove that part. We have some plagiarism checker right here that you can use so that you can be sure that you didn't copy or that your content is something that is unique on the SERPs. Here's a step-by-step procedure on how to use it. Okay, here's another plagiarism checker for you. And next we have good SEO content examples. So if you'll notice, I'm hurrying it up, or I'm rushing through things because I really want to show you how to write good SEO content. Will that be okay with everyone? Just want to give you an idea on how to start with your first article. Okay, it's good with Roland. Okay, for red, it's okay. These slides, you can review them at your own time. I just want to show you or give you an idea on how to write your product. Okay, can anyone give me a product that they want me to write about? Anything, any product that you might be selling. Juice. Okay, what kind of juice is this? You have to be more elaborate when it comes to your products. What kind of juice is this? Okay, for today we will be discussing juice, since Roland is the first one to raise that topic. Guava juice. Okay, so antioxidant juice. Okay, so first you have to ask yourself, who will be the people who will be buying this product? Antioxidant juice. Roland, do you have any idea who is your target audience? Roland, do you have any idea who your target audience is? Who do you want to sell your product to? Of course, you want to sell it to everyone, but you have to have a certain demographic, your focus, or a set of people who wants to buy them. Health conscious people. Okay, so let's say that in order to attract the attention of health conscious people, you have to raise the current problem regarding the food that we are eating right now. Okay, in a world full of meals, fast food meals and toxic booze. Okay, so I've raised the problem here. In a world full of fast food meals and toxic booze, keep yourself healthy with Roland's guava juice. Okay, so can everyone see what I'm doing right here? I'm raising the problem and then I'm suddenly offering a solution to that particular problem. Okay, so guava is known for what? What are the primary vitamins or advantages of drinking guava juice? Is everybody keeping or paying attention to what I'm doing right now? Aside from Roland, of course, this is his product. Okay. So Roland, what are the primary components or advantages of drinking guava juice? Vitamin A, is it rich with vitamin A? Vitamin C? Okay. Packed with vitamin C. This, okay, refreshing drink is sure to boost, sure to energize you for the day ahead. Okay, so I'm just finished with my first paragraph. As you can see, I answered the who question here. Who will be buying this product? It's the health conscious people. What is the problem? Fast food meals and toxic booze. And what is my solution? The healthy drink. Okay, why should I buy it? Because it's packed with vitamin C. Okay, so I answered 3W questions in the first paragraph. Okay, it's up to you if you want to pattern your writing as you can see here, but I'm just giving you an idea on how to start your product description. Okay, so I used my first keyword here. It's Roland's guava juice. Basically, the keyword or the words that you'll be using in order to locate the product will be your keywords. So Roland's guava juice. On my second paragraph, I'm also going to be talking about the advantages of drinking guava juice. So I'm just going to continue what I started with my second paragraph, but I'm also going to be more specific. Roland, what are your product highlights for this guava juice? Can you tell me? Whatever is on the box of your product, I'll accept it. It's a powerful juice with 12 ingredients. Okay. 12 ingredients for healing of wounds. Okay. All right. Roland's guava juice. No. Okay. Let me just scratch that. Created by mixing 12 ingredients. Okay. I'm going to be mentioning my second keyword. Roland's guava juice is proven to help, is proven to boost one's immune system and speed and hasten the healing of wounds. It's also more. I have to know more about the product. Okay, so if you're lost as to what information you should indicate when you're creating your product description, you can always Google it. Advantages of drinking guava juice. Okay, it lowers the risk of cancers. It's diabetes friendly. It is also that's a very good point. It's also diabetes friendly. Making it perfect for um, all sizes and ages. It's good for your skin. Okay. Beauty. Okay. Also rest assured. Okay. Get that perfect complexion. That's your perfect complexion. Will also be taken care of. since the shrink bolsters anti-aging properties like vitamin A and carotene and lycopene. Anti-aging properties like vitamin A. So did you see what I did just about now? I look at another website, I got the information, but I'm writing it by using my own words. I'm not copying their content. I'm actually basing my content from their product description. Drink bolsters anti-aging properties like vitamin A, lycopene, and carotene. So by the end of your product description, ideally you should be writing about 300 words for your product description. But let's say that I've managed to write that long. I only have 89 words right now. You should also end on a good note, okay? So energize yourself. Did I use the word energize? Okay, I already used that. Okay, do away with the hustle and bustle, metro living, stress, do away with the stress of metro living and eating, and choose a better alternative with Roland's guava juice. Okay, I just finished it here because I also want to save time and use another example when I'm writing about my product. Can we also add studies cited from online medical journals? Yes, you can, but remember not to copy their long description. Okay, let's say that this was written by a medical journal. You should rewrite this and you should indicate according to, okay, let's say according to Roland Garcia of State University of um, Guimaras State University, guava juice is also helps in one's body fend off cancer cells by reducing strain in one's immune system. Did you see what I did just there, Roland? Okay. So any questions, anyone? Do you have any more questions, guys? You think you can do this on your own? It's very easy. It might seem like extra work for you, but remember that extra work comes with extra benefits. All right, that's good. Aside from that, you also want to make sure that you're indicating images or you're including images. All right, so I'm gonna go to this website. I'm gonna copy whatever I've written here, whatever I've written here into this website. So as you can see, it was not made with proper coding. And this is the text that you need to include when you're creating your products in the source code. Okay, so if I want to indicate or include images, this should be the ideal look of your product in the website. I should look for my product images. Let's say this is one of my product images. Copy the image address and then put image src So it's all about balance, okay? Let's say every two paragraphs, you can indicate one image for your item. So after this paragraph, you can also indicate another image. So if you want to put it in the center of your product, you can also do that. So it all comes down to how good you design your product page. So this is how we create products. PL Campo, I'm just using this as an example. This isn't actually how you do it. It's just an example on how to create the layout for your products. It's not okay to use images from other websites. You can also upload your images. Yes. When you that can be done on step number 3. When you're adding additional videos and text as well as images for your product descriptions. Marsha Sales, can you send the link of the codes to do it? Sure. It's should be like this. But remember not to get the images from Google. You should take your own photos because we don't want any problems with plagiarism or copyright infringement. So the main text that you need there should be this one, image, and then space, SRC, and then post the link address of your photo, and then close it. So this is how you indicate your product images. Okay, everyone? Recommended image uploader site. I actually recommend GIFU. Imager is good. Imager is a good image uploader. It doesn't have any problems. And it's actually one of my personal favorite. It's one of my favorite websites when I'm doing my own blogging. Okay, you can use gifu.com. You can upload hundreds or thousands of images all at once. Let's say, okay, let's go to my downloads. I have a couple of pictures here. I want to use these images for my blog. All right, let's just use images. Okay, I want to use these images. I can upload them all at once. Remember, adult images are not allowed. So for personal pleasure stuff, you have to use another alternative for that. And then copy the direct links. You'll know that you're copying the right links if it has a .jpeg extension by the end of your product link. So let's say you copied this link, post it here. You should be able to see the image. Okay, copied 3 links. Should be able to see the image on Google, which means that it was rehosted. April Santiago, yes, I recorded the webinar, and you should be able to receive the webinar file after this. Okay. Were you able to catch all of that, Pia? All right. So that's it, guys, for today's webinar. Thank you for attending. If you want more webinars or training like this one, please visit Lazada University. Also, remember that we have other courses that can help you grow your business. So while they're free, please attend the other webinars. I just have one favor to ask of you before you leave this webinar, okay? We have a survey after leaving the webinar. It will pop up on your screen. Please answer it and leave out comments and suggestions. Can you do that for me? Here's the deal. I'll only be sending the video once I get your survey results. Okay? By the way, how long must a seller be active on Lazada before it gets a rating? As far as I know, all sellers should receive a seller rating. Should be effective, I don't know, by the end of this month, the new seller rating. Okay. All right, everyone. So thank you for attending and have a great day. The survey will appear on your screen after leaving the webinar. Oh, so it's effective for 2 weeks now. If you can't still see your seller rating, please create a ticket with our PSC agents. Send us a ticket, okay? Thanks everyone and have a great day. Please attend the other webinars that we're currently conducting. Bye guys. No, that's just a metric for this website. I'm not using this. This is just for word counter.